everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Andrew Discusses. This is the video series where I pretty much talk about anything that pops into my head. Still working on the introduction. Anyway, today I want to talk about something interesting. Now, let me ask you this question. Who out there remembers a game called Skylanders? I'm sure a lot of you probably do, and you're looking at me like, what the fuck are you smoking, Andrew? We all know about Skylanders. I know that. I shouldn't even have mentioned it. Yeah, I shouldn't have. But who out there remembers sort of the unique idea that it presented? The having a physical type of thing that connected to your game. You know, Disney Infinity kind of did that. Then you had the Amiibos with the Wii U that went that way. And I think they still make those yet, but don't quote me. I think they still, I know they still have them. I just don't know if they still function or if they're just a collectible anymore. But what I always thought was unique was how come a lot of other games never did this? I mean, this was something that was really impressive technology, especially at the time, and still is impressive today. It's something that never really got, I want to say, the popularity or the hype that it deserved. And at least wasn't looked into more ways of branching out than it had. Now, this isn't an entirely new concept, though, either. There were some really crappy handheld systems that allowed you to scan stuff into your game. I'm going to look at the whole freaking... what was that stupid card reader? Angry Video Game Nerd did a review on it. I actually almost had a chance to buy one. Oh, God. You're out there, you're probably remembering what it was, but it was that you had a card, you scanned it. I think it was scanners or something. No, I don't know. I don't remember, but it was sort of like a plug-and-play type deal. And what you did was you scanned in the card, or you swiped the card on this little platter. The name will probably pop up to me, or I'll look it up, and I'll put it up in the video about here, so just keep your eye peeled. But anyway, what you did with that is you scan the card onto the surface, and a hyperscan. It's just going to come to me. Hyperscan. Okay, it's hyperscan. So what you did with that was you basically scanned a card, and it inputted the data from the card into the game. Never really worked right. There were some issues with it. Watch the Angry Video Game Nerd's review. I mean, this thing plummeted like a rock. I remember Walmart had them in the clearance section in like 3 months. And I actually contemplated buying one, and I'm like, oh, this is really cool. Wow, it's in the clearance section for $10. This must have sucked. I should have bought it yet. I mean, it was a good, decent size lot for $10. I mean, it was the system and like 20 packs. I should have bought that. Oh, well, lesson learned. But it was something that opened up the gateway to what I'd like to call the uniqueness that we would eventually get. Now, there was another game that came out, would have been for the PlayStation 3. It was one that sold trading cards that you could integrate the trading cards into the game. That was a unique idea, too, and that one didn't really get much popularity. In fact, I don't even remember the name of it. I just remember it was for the PlayStation 3, and it wasn't too long after the PS3 came out. So, there was that. Plus, they were, like, right next to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards, and I was still collecting some Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards at the time. So, that's how I know. But then we had Skylanders, Disney Infinity, Amiibo, and so many other little knockoff systems like this. And what bothers me is we've never actually had... Nobody's even really scratched the surface on making something better with this. Especially with the technology we have nowadays. Hell, even just for computers, this would be a cool idea. Now, if somebody out there has already done this, please let me know and point me in this general direction, because I don't know everything. I can't be all over the internet at one time. So there might be stuff that will slip under my radar that I'm not going to see. So keep that in mind before you start telling me I'm an idiot. I already know I'm an idiot. I'm an intelligent idiot. Well, I'm a moronic idiot. Yeah. But anyway, something that was really cool that I always thought of, especially with some of the anime series that I had saw, you always had this here we have this like device that we use to integrate ourselves into the game. I'm mostly talking about at this point, sort of like it would be the Gundam franchise, Gundam Build Fighters, Build Fighters Try, Build Divers, and Rebuild Divers, that sort of deal, where they have the model kits that pretty much became what they used in the game. Then there's also Custom Robo, really cool game for the Nintendo GameCube that I played, and Custom Robo Arena for the Nintendo DS. And what was interesting about those two games that it allowed customization for your robot inside. And that's what kind of sparked my idea. And this was an idea that I had tried at one point to pitch to Nintendo when I was so conveniently told, we don't take unsolicited ideas, kiss off, go to hell. And I'd like to thank Nintendo for telling me about that, because it's going to make me never want to come up with an idea for a video game ever again, by the way. Basically, if you people don't even want to take it because I'm an unsolicited game designer, then I'd either have to build the damn thing and probably have it never function, or just give up and call it a day. So, yeah, I'll just give up then, thanks. But what's interesting about this concept is something unique about it. So, what this could do, it's based off of Skylanders technology, basically, is it would allow you to basically create your own robot from parts that you could get inside the game. Or basically, you go, you buy the plastic parts, you can build them, customize them to your liking. Like, oh, I don't like the color of this, but I like the look of it. You can take it home, you can repaint it, you can customize it however you want. It'll scan in the barcode, basically, or the little system. Somehow it'll integrate it. Like, if you connect it into the main torso, which is then connected to the base, as the base is scanning the whole thing, it'll register, okay, so this is what arm it was, this is the leg, this is the head, torso, what have you. And it creates the character for you then inside the game. And you can take the character then anywhere you want to go. And I know somebody out there is going to go, but yeah, they have that sort of like stuff that the amiibos can do and other things. And yeah, I get that. And Skylanders did the same thing with their own, hey, look, you can save your data, the levels, and everything else. And that would be what this would do. But it would allow customization. It would basically be for a much more, I want to say, advanced sort of gameplay. Like, that's really all you need. Is here's the base, here's my, like, character. You put the character onto the base, connect the base onto whatever it is that you're playing it on, like a monitor or something, or a computer connected to a monitor, and you control it with a wireless controller, and that's the whole thing. So basically, imagine it like a fighting game, or even an RPG, but with a customizable character that you can make yourself. Like, you want to have, let's say, a robot character. I mean, this would be really great for Phantasy Star Online, or for any of the Phantasy Star games, or even other games. Like, if you want to play a robot, you can be a robot. If you want to play a human, you can be a human. If you want to be a four-armed Melmacian, you can be a four-armed Melmacian. The only limitations for it would be up to you. And similar ideas can be used for other games. I would say Pokemon, but at this point, they're pretty much... Oh, God, they're deep screwed on themselves. I have no respect for them anymore, to be honest with you. But, yeah, this is something that, and like I said, if it already exists out there, please don't hammer me and call me an idiot. I'm not everywhere at once. I can't be all over the internet. Some stuff will pop up years later from when it was originally posted. Like, hey, look, I built this years ago in my garage. Or I know people that made something like this. I get it. But I can't be everywhere at once. But that would be something unique, especially for video games. Especially since a lot of stuff's gone to the virtual reality mobile market in a way. You could easily have something like that. I mean, keep in mind, Pokemon's kind of gone that route with Pokemon Go. And even that Harry Potter sort of deal has pretty much, well, it's from Niantic, the same company. And it pretty much does the same thing. But what this would do is it could allow you to have the similar aspect of it, but you need to have it connected to a base. Like, oh, look, I have this thing connected to, let's say, my phone. It's got a battery that'll last for maybe 7 hours or something. It's a small cell phone battery. And all it does is just saves data, and scans in the thing, and just saves data. That's it. Then it just goes over to the phone or your device and will allow the same concept. You can play the game, play the app, beat the crap out of it. Then when you're ready to send everything back, have your little thing ready, connect it to your device, and boop, send the data right back to your platform, and it's all saved into a computer chip on your little creation that you made. It's unique ideas like that. And this is something that if we would have never gotten Skylanders, if we would have never gotten Skylanders and we would have never gotten Hyperscan and other things like that, we would have never had an idea to do this, but nobody's ever jumped upon this. I mean, I know the technology isn't exactly the world's greatest idea, and, well, it didn't work out for Disney, but then again, nothing works out for Disney if they don't want to put the money or effort into it. All they're about is, we want family friendly, but at the same time, we want to make it so that we're taking all your money. Yeah. This would be something that would be really cool for, like, small app developers or even app developers to come up with. Integrating two things together. Coming up with a peripheral or some other idea to put in characters and other things. And not only that, but this could also show off a lot of creativity. Like tournaments, gameplay videos. I mean, could you imagine a Twitch streamer doing a game like this with their own customized character, running into you in the real world somewhere, or even the virtual world, and just beating you down with their virtualized character? So many opportunities, and I know I'm probably just rambling at this point, and most of the time I do, but this is something that I honestly feel like should have been explored a little deeper before it was just basically, it's garbage technology, it's no longer useful, we already have moved on to the next big thing. And I don't really think we have. We've mostly just gone backwards, if anything. But then again, let me know what you think. Do you think this sounds like a cool idea, something that could be implemented, maybe even in the future? Or is it just a dumb idea from me? Let me know in the comment section below, and until next time, I'm Andrew Rhodes, and this has been Andrew Discusses.